All right, why don't we go ahead and get started? We have because of the rain. Everybody over here, thank you for being on time. Appreciate it. We are very excited this year to have our first offsite team meeting. Nimesh and I had the opportunity to come over here, I believe, 2 weeks ago, while it was still under construction. And we were immediately impressed on how different this place is, right? The quality, the design, the luxury feel. And in the real estate industry, would you agree that it's very important to truly have as much information about what's trending, what's going on, so that way you can truly advise your clients. So as people are coming in, I would like to go ahead and get started with our traditional lineup. So first, let's start with gratitude or bucket fills. Divorce, vacations, new listing, babies, grandbabies. Anybody want lottery? Anything or anything that you are grateful for that you would like to share with the rest of the group? All right, tell us.
Sunday, my husband and I were celebrating our 40th anniversary. Exciting. Going on a great trip and we'll be back in about 10 days.
Wow, that's awesome. Anybody? 40 is a long time. It's a Anybody else? No more vacations? New car? Yes, go ahead.
I just came back.
That's awesome. One more? Any listings coming up? Closings?
And I just looked at the listing. So
Congratulations. Awesome. All right. Well, we are going to spice it up a little. Rather than following our traditional lineup, I would like to invite our fabulous launch sponsor and provider, Brian and Brian Inspections. So please come on up and tell us a little bit more about what you guys do whenever it comes to inspections. Should I give it to our agents?
Yeah, if you guys want some of our home buyers files, I also have the digital version. So I'm Hannah with Brian and Brian Inspections. My main role with the company is removing obstacles that you and your clients face during the home inspection process. Just to get an idea of who is familiar or has had an experience with Brian and Brian Inspections recently. Nice, a couple. Okay, cool. So some of the main things to keep in mind when using us, we are relationship based. So from the inspection until the very end of your career in real estate, you have a full team behind you supporting you and your clients, making sure you're all prepared. We do have our own in-house pest control company. So all of our inspections include a free pest inspection and a free move-in pest service. So after your buyers close on the home, they're getting a full indoor-outdoor spray on their home completely free. We are a one-stop shop. We offer free full thermal imaging this month for the inspections, irrigation and sprinklers, digital foundation measurements, and they have the option to pay at close for their inspection as well. So if they're wanting to add on a bunch of different things into their package, a pool, sewer scope assessment, well or septic, and they don't want to pay for it outright, they can add that cost into closing costs so they don't see that money immediately come out of their account. And we keep a card on file so that if they don't go to closing, there's no challenges with that. We are non-alarming our inspectors and our reports. Our reports are color-coded, so they break things down for your buyers so they're not so overwhelmed. And our inspectors are professionally and calmly talking to both you and your clients throughout the inspection. So they're not scaring them or killing your deal. And we have a built-in repair request builder in our inspection report as well. So when you're sending that addendum over to the listing agent, you can just select the deficiencies that you want to add and export them to a separate PDF. No more screenshotting and cropping and copying and pasting. I don't know where the folders. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. I just was gonna refer to them and I was like, where'd they go? I do have some of my cards up here as well. If you're wanting the digital version, you're welcome to text the direct number on there. That's my direct number. I do a lot of agent education, free CE classes, free resources, everything. So whatever I can help you with, feel free to reach out and I'd love to work with you guys more this year.
Thank
Cool.
you. Thank you. All right, so we'd like to invite our business partner, Dale. And by the way, thank you so much for having me spent overtime to get ready for Upside TV.
You're welcome.
Now,
You're very
So-
welcome. So a lot of new things going on, obviously, in the industry right now. Rates seem to be the biggest thing on the mind of buyers. Are you all seeing that? So I'm consistently having conversation with buyers that are telling me that, well, that payment is too high, we're gonna wait. What's the disadvantage of waiting? Prices go up. Did anyone in here sit in on that Dave Ramsey class in regards to wealth and wealth building that Krista at the office helped with? Okay. Dave Ramsey, as you can attest, is known as kind of the guru of how to eliminate debt, where to invest your money, stop paying credit card debt, pay off everything but your house. Would you agree with that? Well, Dave Ramsey put out a Instagram post that talked about median home prices. What do you all know as agents about median home prices right now? Nothing. Why are you in the business? They are at all-time median highs. All time. And what does that mean? What that means is that are home prices going to continue to go up or going to drop? Go up. How is it that every buyer that you have and the ones that I talk to have this crystal ball that tells them that home prices are going to drop and I'm going to wait on it? I'm going to wait for that to happen. My point is you've got to instill some sense of urgency and get hard numbers for your buyers to be able to see and compare. Here's where home median prices are. They're not going to be as crazy as they were increased in 2020 to 2021. 30% in 2 years is absolutely crazy, but they have not retreated. And so the indication is that home prices are going to go up. You might save a little bit of money in interest if interest rates come down, but you're going to pay more in the long haul for a home if you continue to wait. Home builders right now. I talked real briefly about the NAV cash program. Home builders, I talked to Taylor Morrison yesterday. They've got 50 houses that they just discounted. My potential buyer, his house was discounted $80,000. Would it make sense to make him a cash buyer because it's cash only deals that they're offering these crazy incentives? We offer a program that only costs the buyer 1.5%. How much is 1.5% on $400,000? $6,000. So he could pay $6,000 and participate in our program, be a cash buyer and save $80,000 in the price of the house. Does that make sense? You've got to have these buyers pre-qualified with us for them to be able to participate. They're going to miss out on the deal if they can't move quickly. We can close a deal in a week on one of these cash programs with a pre-qualified buyer. 1 week. By the way, you get paid when we buy that house, not months down the road when they're waiting on their house. We're here to help. We want to help you. You've got to bring your buyers to us to get them in position to know what to expect. Thank you all. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Hey everybody, it's Eduardo, and it's really quick. I wanted to mention one thing, and it's just to kind of, I guess, be able to inform your clients about utilities. I have come across, I think, several people who have been referred to me who aren't too familiar with how utilities work, and I've even had some, people who are renting apartments who think that, water, gas, electricity, all that is already included. So it's one of the things to, I guess, I would just say for you guys to be able to walk them through the utility process. And, I'm always here to help out. I recommend, setting up utilities 1 to 2 weeks prior to their move-in date or whenever they need the utility set up. There can be holds, there can be deposits, there can be the holds on their identity verification process. So I guess one of the things to be mindful, just so there's no type of wait or hold on their utilities. But other than that, I'm here to assist for all of it: water, gas, trash, recycle, internet, phone, all types of utilities. I'm here to help set up and make that process so much easier for your clients. And of course, if you guys have any questions, for me or need help or, you know, have anything for me, feel free to let me know. I'll be at the office all day today. I'll be here and tomorrow as well. So other than that, thank you guys so much. You guys have been such a great help to me and I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
I don't say crap.
Right, yeah.
Dude, my days are Mondays and Thursdays, buddy.
Do we have any other? Yes,
Everyone, what's
it
your
is.
phone number?
What's your phone number?
It's 281-734-5025. 281-734-5025. And you guys can call me, text me. I even answer Saturdays and Sundays as well. After 5 p.m., feel free to let me know. I'm always here to help out your clients. So thank you. Thank you.
All right,
So, everybody
awesome.
else?
Thank you.
You ready to roll?
Yeah, good.
All right. Hey, welcome in, everybody. This is pretty exciting, isn't it? Kind of a cool place, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So welcome to our first summer offsite team meeting.
Did my experience did all that?
I was here. I think I heard it. I'm just helpful when I say it, just in case. All right. So let's get into a quick upcoming events, right? We typically do. All right. So first things first, I'm not sure if y'all have seen on social media, KW International is going to be doing their town hall open house update. All right. So it's a free live stream for any agent in the industry. It takes place June 10th. You just go to kwconnect.com and you'll be able to stream it from there. All right, it's going to be an update with Mark Willis and Jason Abrams, and they'll be giving us an update on NAR settlement and how we're going to be moving forward and any updates. Okay, so you want to go ahead and take. I've got actually slides for this, so you can just keep going through the slides. All right, so that's the open house town hall. So look out for that on social media. We'll post that everywhere. Again, reminder: I am doing 6 personal perspectives on June 29th. It's a Saturday. Feel free to sign up before I open it up to everybody else. And next, we have our reminder that this is the first of 3 offsite team meetings. The other 2 dates, if you guys want to put them in on the calendar, is July 10th and August 7th. We're still working on those locations, and we'll give you those locations as soon as we have them confirmed, okay? Again, reminder, Mega Camp is August 12th through 15th in Austin. Reach out to any of the leadership team if you guys want some more info on that. All right, quick logistical update in the office that we just released. For any of you, any agents that are interested in having themselves available for, first and foremost, to make sure other agents know that you want to host open houses. This is a centralized location now on the KWSW 25 site. So you can input your name and say, hey, I'm available for open houses. The second thing that we've made available is if you would like to make yourself available to do showing as a hired showing assistant or to get experience voluntary showing assistant. Now you can input your name. You see that on the left-hand side there when you click on at kwsw.com, when you go to resources and then for hire, and that Google form is going to pop up and you can put all your info in. And then if you're going to have a rate per door, you can stick there and submit and it'll pop up on that spreadsheet that will then be listed on the site. So then any agent that is looking for that help can just go into the website and then see who's available and reach out. Yes, Angela.
Will that form include like a little space where they can maybe give some bio or background information so we know a little bit?
We can add something like that. Yeah.
Languages, and then what write it. Then what you're going to be able to do is also, let's say that you have a client that needs to look at houses in Conroe, and you are not servicing Conroe. There's going to be a map that you can actually hover over. It's going to show you all the agents that are willing to service that area and what is their rate. So if you are a producer that is looking to hire agents, that's a fantastic opportunity rather than you posting on our Facebook forum or calling. You can reach out to them directly. And if you're a new agent that is looking for a quick income gain experience or simply that's something that you're passionate about, that's also a great opportunity.
Cool. Yeah, and we'll be obviously releasing a lot more info and video on this as well. Cool. All right. And I think that we're good. All right. So let's get this show on the road. All right. So first and foremost, I'd like to introduce and bring up here the brainchilds behind this amazing establishment. One is my absolute really good friend, family, a friend like family, and that's Mehulati. So our gracious host here today. All right. And his partner, Martha Davila, who's a designer, who's done all of this. So Martha, for you to come up here and she's gonna tell us a little bit about some modern trends that are going on right now, right? And then Yana will also be
Yeah.
kicking off some
So-
conversation.
What we tried to do here was Mel and I have worked together for many, many years. And I always came to him for lighting. And we just kept saying, okay, we need something that's a little bit more hip, something that we don't see everywhere. Because every house you saw the same light fixtures, you saw the same furniture. And even people were like, oh, I went to this one's house and they had this soap. I want the exact same thing. So what we did was we collaborated and said, okay, let's bring both of our minds together and we're going to make a hybrid store. One that will be more intentional. Like you're looking at it, literally, you are the first people to see it.
And by the way, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Twisted your arms, and we appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, you are so please feel free to give us positive and negative comments because we will take that and run with it for sure. We will let it roll off our shoulders, I promise you. But we would love your feedback as well. So really what our store is intended to, I mean, we can cater to every clientele that's out there. We have the resources to do that. So if you have someone who's still kind of in that traditional mode, we may not show it on our floor, but we certainly can provide it, okay? And even with a lot of the lines that we carry, they will carry more of the modern, kind of that transitional, and still the traditional feel. So we can cater to everyone, we're just not gonna showcase it. We wanna be a little bit more hip, we want color, we want happiness, we want people to come in and go, wow, I've never seen that. So that's kind of what our intention is here, and I think that people now, and I'm in my late 50s, even I'm going, okay, I'm ripping that out. I'm tired of the tan, I'm tired of this, and I'm going for, you know, more modern feel, and it makes you happy. So it's all about that. And we know I've been catering this area for a long time. I've done Houston, I've done the Woodlands, I've done Conroe, Galveston, out of the state, in the state, Amarillo. So I've seen a lot of the trends kind of take place, and this is where we're definitely moving towards. You're moving towards this more kind of modern, cleaner. You'll see a lot of organic out still, and that's kind of going by the sides. You're going to start to see the darker tones come back with a vengeance. Wallpaper has come back. So all of those design trends, and really the Europeans dictate kind of, it used to be clothing. It's no longer clothing. It's our Instagram, our Pinterest, our Facebook, all of those things that you're seeing on there, we've implemented, you know, even the ribbed wood, the backlit, the front wall that has the light feature in it. So all of these things are what you're going to see take place, even in, you were talking about Taylor Morrison, even the homes that are already, you know, the Perrys, all of that you're going to start to see people rip down that and put in a more modern look. So that, with all of that being said, we're glad that you're here. We're glad that you get to see it kind of firsthand. And we hope that you will, you know, pass our name along. And I would like to introduce our team so you can kind of meet them and they'll mingle with you a little bit later. But we are only as successful as the people that we work with, right? So this is Velma, and then we have Jose, and Mel just disappeared, and oh, Marnie. So Marnie is our sales manager, and Velma and Jose are transitioning over from the lighting end of it. So if you have a client that is that you just sold a new home to, or a house that needs refurbishing and so forth, please feel free to use our resources. We offer full interior design as well as lighting. You know, if you need lighting packages, pretty much anything out there. So we don't do trash. That's about it. And this is Mark. Hi. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but we are here if you guys have any questions on anything. And it was a pleasure meeting you all.
Well, I actually have a few questions for you.
Oh, sure.
I would like to take the opportunity to interview you a little bit.
Okay.
Because a lot of our agents, when they go on a listing appointment, whenever it's the Sweetwater or Rescue,
Yeah.
or maybe they're selling in Tanglewood, right? We would actually see a lot of the clients that depend on our agents to advise them on what they should do to the property.
Okay.
So obviously, it is fantastic to know that you guys have a place like this where they can get some ideas and inspiration. But I do have a few questions whenever it comes to the latest trends, and what do you think that our agents should advise them on whenever it comes to, well, all right, what kind of a painting do you think I should do? You know, in the last 3 years, we've seen the typical grayish colors, right? Previously, it was the yellowish. What are the new trends that you are seeing? Because in Europe, we are back at whites,
Right.
right?
And-
So talk to us about that.
Yeah, so really the new trend is going darker, but as from a staging standpoint, I would not recommend that they paint a dark wall. So really the, you know, snowbound, alabaster, kind of those are kind of your neutral whites. And the thing is that even in real estate, when people walk into a home, they want to see their home. They don't want to see what somebody else has already done. And really, I think just going back to minimal staging, telling them to remove, and I used to do this as a class. So we actually could set something up later on where we have a separate event and we can walk through the showroom and I can tell you like how to edit, how to do all of that. So really what I would recommend is first people, you know, depersonalize, get rid of a lot of their personal things because people walking around and they see someone's photo on the stairs or, you know, the collage walls are still popular. So just taking that down, putting a neutral paint, again, minimizing if they have 100, a simple thing is having 100 pillows on your bedding, especially with a traditional home, edit that down to 3 because people can't see past, they say, oh, it's too poofy for me, or it's too, you know, I can't see past all of that. Another quick thing that has that I spoke with the Keller Williams group in Houston a couple of years back was in regards to even draperies. So if they have 3 layers of drapery, they need to go down to 1. Because again, that's a deterrent for people looking at homes. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what else was. And also bathrooms, kitchens, those are the biggest critic areas, right? Where someone comes in and says, oh, I don't like the countertop, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. So kitchens and bathrooms, again, a huge edit. Everybody has all of these appliances now. We've got our, what do you call them? The air fryers out that fold up. So really all of that stuff should go into their pantry and minimize their countertops. Again, just greenery. Not a big floral, just you'll see like a lot of our greeners, we're trying to just do greeneries or just a simple orchid, not a full-on arrangement anymore. So those are some simple edits. Bathrooms, again, just shampoos out of the shower. You know, you can even put, you know, especially if it's vacant, they could put a hand towel with like a little bar of soap and a floral, and that makes it more inviting. So they're just little tricks, and you may have your own little bag that you bring and say, hey, I'm going to put this here. And if the rooms are not full, but they have a piece of furniture in, it's better truly to remove the piece of furniture. So if there's just a nightstand sitting in a bedroom, take it out. Put it in the garage, leave the room empty because at least people can visualize. Like, okay, it's a room, but if you put a dresser in there, they're going, okay, they got a dresser in here. Okay, moving on. And they don't even see the room. So that would be my.
Talk to us a little bit about the kitchen. So I love this example that you have, and it's a new trend that is coming here to the United States, and it is the black kitchens.
Yeah.
So I just finished my house in Europe, and whenever I went for a consultation and I said what I thought is modern, that was 3 years ago, right? Now the blacks and the natural wood is coming back. Talk to us about what you see here in the States as the latest trends. And if our agents are going on a listing appointments, should we advise them to still do the white kitchens with the white countertops? What would your recommendation be?
Well, it truly could be both, because there's still the people who are transitioning from that heavy traditional and they can't quite go to this, but they're okay with staying neutral or going more of that natural wood tone. Like the gentleman who's sitting at this desk is a really popular color right now. Yes. Even the, and I'm going to show you a piece, you know, nobody criticized this, but so see how this has got the blonde wood on the inside? We could have gone completely blonde or we could have gone with the darker tones because they are what is in right now. You see a lot of the lighter tone woods, you see, but really it's kind of in that in between. So it's kind of like a transition between, we had this really organic feel about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, where you saw everything in white and it was like we were at the spa and we had this, you know, feathers and very simple. And now we've kind of put a hard edge to it, but it's just a contrast. And Mel and I debated on these cabinet colors for quite some time. So we were like, do we do light? Do we do dark? Should we be brave and just go with the dark because we know that's what's up and coming? And this is, yeah, and even like his shirt, the dark green. So the hunter green, this blue color that it doesn't even look blue, it looks almost black on that wall. And my brave choice of the orange over there. But literally the colors are still more that warm tone, but it's more about contrast now. So the white with the white quartzite is kind of au passe now. Now you need a little punch of, even navy is a good color. So dark green, yeah, yep. If you go back to like, if you were to take a Sherwin-Williams fan or a Benjamin Moore fan, and you go back to like what on the back of the deck, it says historical colors. Those are the colors you want because that's what's in right now. And I think, you know, it was here 20 years ago. You may not all have been around 20 years ago, but it was. And now everything recycles. So the gray will go out. These darker warm tones will come back in. I don't know if we're going to go completely avocado, but we're pretty close. Yeah, we're pretty close. And mustard is coming back. That headboard. I mean, so you'll see it. It'll cycle again.
Can you take a minute and talk about how it's very unusual to see your, you know, very specific design of a modern furniture here, especially in Sugarman. Can you tell us about the distributors? Why did you select, you know, such a modern piece of furniture? And just tell our agents as far as any specific pieces and a little bit about it.
Sure. So and there's some lookbooks that are around that you're welcome to take. One of the brands that we partnered with, it's called Eichholz. They're a European brand. And people, when we go to like extreme modern, it's kind of sterile and it feels more like a hospital. It's rough. It's not like, it's not inviting. It doesn't feel good. It's not comfortable. Most homeowners want to feel comfortable in their home. And that's why they go and they buy the big lazy boy recliners and the old school stuff because it's comfy. I agree 100%. I hate recliners. My husband loves them, but I don't want it to look like a recliner. Nobody does. We don't want to see that flap in the back. So we tried really hard to partner with, like Eichholz has this kind of more hip modern feel, but it's comfortable. It's cushy. There's a piece right here where you can actually move these pillows. I'm just going to show you some right here. This just moves around. This is great if you have a client, you know, we have all of these open concept homes. So this is a great piece to float between a living room and a kitchen because you can be sitting on one side, somebody can be sitting over here, and you can truly engage, have a great conversation. I have actually 3 or 4 clients in Sugar Land that did something similar, but from this brand right here, where you kind of like the chaise lounge, but you can sit on both sides of it, and it's a great conversation because you can move it around and float it anywhere in the home. But it's comfortable. The key, you know, it's not like it's stiff and it's a flat one cushion piece. This is Vanguard, which is another great partner of ours. And we kind of handpicked pieces that we like. These guys are completely customizable. So you literally like these we can't, it is what it is. You can't really alter it, fabric-wise or anything. With this company, you can literally keep your leg, your arm, your cushion, your depth, your back cushion in mark 2, 3. If you didn't want to scale cedar, there's another sofa over there that kind of has that rolled pillow. So everything is intentional. Like we try to pick pieces that you not see in any other store around. We want it to look different. We want people, they invest a lot in their home and you don't want to see it in your neighbor's house. So even when we work with clients, I won't read because you've invested your time to me and I'm trying to create a look for you. And it's about you. It's not about, okay, so-and-so is going to copy that. Now, if you decide to let them into your house, you say, okay, yeah, feel free, go see Martha's, that modern luxury, and you can order the same thing. Then that's completely up to you. But I would never, if a client came in and say, oh, you did my house, my friend Rosie's house, and I want exactly, sorry, we can do something different, but I won't do the same thing. So, but this company, again, we can do different beds, we can do different styles and so forth. And then a lot of our wood pieces that you will see, they're kind of, some of them allow us to change finishes. There's a cabinet in the front, you can change the finishes, the sizes, and so forth. So we have a lot of flexibility. And then have a lot of pieces on our floor that are at so that's kind of, and you guys want to say?
Yeah, would you like to talk a little bit about the legal luxury?
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not going to be my next to Home Depot to get my.
So one is gonna be fall.
You're on, you're not.
I'm gonna have to.
No, when it comes to lighting, really, like my house that Nimesh sold in record time, probably about 24 hours. It's all about how recess cans. There needs to be recess. I mean, God knows how many houses I've walked. Like in Greatwood where I live, and there's no light in any of these rooms. It's just completely dark, and then they come over to my house and like, whoa, just add recess cans. It's very inexpensive to do. It's well worth it, and any person that walks into the house will automatically feel like the house is more inviting. As far as trends are concerned, polished gold is still out. Like I don't see that coming back. Yes, polished gold is completely out. Black is probably the most common color now. As you can see with a lot of the fixtures around you, it's all black. You know, bronze is coming back slowly. Brushed nickel and chrome are a little bit on the back burner right now. And then you have the brass pieces that are still popular. The big thing is color temperature. That's huge. And a lot of people will come in and say warm white, soft white, cool white, daylight. You go to Home Depot and you're literally going to find 10 different colors when it comes to that. Really it's usually a 4-digit number. So like 27, 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000. 5,000 is going to be that ultra blue light that you see in some people's houses. 3,000 and 4,000 are the two most common. So like, for example, this chandelier is 3,000, that's 4,000. So it's key to remember that color temperature because then you can go to any store and get the same color. What happens a lot is people will go to one place and go to another place, and then next year I got a hodgepodge of recessed lights throughout the whole house, and it's horrible, right? So besides that, ceiling fans are still in. It's Texas, everyone gets hot. So the thing you don't want to have, you do not want to be dependent on a ceiling fan for light. They are changing the way these ceiling fans are now, and they are not as bright as they once were with the 4 arms coming off of it, light bulbs in there. Just take that and maybe divide it in half, and that's how much light you're getting off your fans. Do you have a question?
Going back to color temperature,
Yes.
is there, in a house, want to tell a story, want to set a mood. Is there a more preferred temperature for the kitchen per se versus something else?
You really want to stay consistent throughout the whole house. My rule of thumb is if you have more of a traditional house, 3,000 K is going to be the safest bet because as you go wider, it bleaches the color. So like your earth tones and all of that stuff. As you go higher, the earth tones look more gray. So, and then if you have more of like a modern house or a contemporary house or even a snowbound house, right? If you do snowbound, 4,000K is gonna make that white look crisp. 5,000 is gonna make it look a little bit bluish, so we try to advise people to stay away from 5,000, but it's personal preference at the end of the day, but the new thing is a lot of the new cans that are coming out, there's 3,000 and there's 4,000, now they came out with 35. 35 is probably the most optimal one because it's a happy medium between the two. Any other questions?
I have one. But the most important one. Are all this lights here yet?
There probably should be over there today.
All right, pick your favorite piece on the floor and tell us about it.
Me?
Yeah.
I love the green, the dark.
Okay, tell us about it.
I don't know, it's just, Martha got it. That was like- I really like it. I'm actually in the middle of transitioning to a new house. I'm gonna just take that, put it on a truck. My house. I just, before I could never envision dark colors, like I was typical gray with white sofa, you know, that, and then she kind of opened my eyes to so many different things, even like dining room table with benches instead of chairs. It's a neat idea, like,
His first trip to market with me was very entertaining.
I was like a kid at a candy store.
And I'm like, no, we don't have time to eat, let's go. And he'd get a coffee, I get candy. We just kept going and going and going.
So just, I know, I'm usually, you know, gray, black, white, those are my color tones, and then after I saw the greens coming together with, I don't know what color that is, I'm like, the reddish brown.
Yeah. No, it's like a burgundy.
Burgundy, yeah, it works well.
Awesome, perfect. Well, if we don't have any questions, what I would love to do is for you to take a look around. Yeah, we have a doing a photo shoot over there in the corner. But some photos. We also have because they did not. We want to make sure they don't- So let's just use the island chairs that we have over here. Go. And any questions? Wonderful, perfect. What's the Brandon? Yes. go ahead. Yeah. That is the bamboo wood.
It's what? Bamboo wood. I love it. It's sold.
Yes. All right, awesome. What's this house for? Yes,
What?
wonderful. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.